Good afternoon, friends. One of the important judgment coming from Delhi High Court in PEDERSEN Consultant India Private Limited. And fact of the case is very interesting one. GST department has created a pressure on recipient buyer to reverse input tax credit, which is as good as payment, because supplier has not filed the return and not paid the tax. So this recipient has reversed the credit pertaining to certain invoices of financial year 2019-20, but subsequently supplier has filed the return and paid the taxes on same invoices which were the disputed invoices. Now the question was, and this writ petition was filed before Honorable Delhi High Court, stating that being recipient, who is a petitioner here, I have reversed the credit, but for which supplier has now filed the return and paid the taxes. So whatever I have reversed, that should be refunded back to me. मुझे वापस मिल जाना चाहिए. Of course, रेसिपिएंट से आपने रिवर्सल ले लिया इनपुट टैक्स क्रेडिट का, क्योंकि सप्लायर ने रिटर्न नहीं भरा था और टैक्सेस का पेमेंट नहीं किया था. अगर अब सप्लायर ने रिटर्न भर दिया और पेमेंट कर दिया, तो जो आपने रेसिपिएंट से रिवर्सल ले लिया है वो तो वापस कीजिए, अदरवाइज इज अ डबल टैक्सेशन. आपने एक ही ट्रांजेक्शन पे, ऑन सेम ट्रांजेक्शन, supplier has deposited the tax and you have taken reversal from the buyer also, recipient also, double taxation. So this petitioner has gone for getting refund of their amount which they have reversed. Department has denied that since you have not filed in a proper form under section 54 of CGST Act, hence this refund will not be granted. There was some time gap also, because I'm talking about financial year 19-20. In this judgment, it is also being quoted that the notification number, which you must take a note of it, 13/2022 Central Tax, dated 5th of July 2022, wherein time period for filing a refund referred under section 54 or 55, a period starting from 1st March 2020 to 20th February 2022 going to be excluded. This notification is being referred, and this is available to all of us, and we can always avail this benefit in case time permitted, but last date was 20th February 2024 for the period which we are referring to. Now, this was accepted by Honorable Delhi High Court, and they have said you can file your refund claim within a week. Honorable Delhi High Court has not commented on merit, that what is the merit. It is left out to the proper officer to check, verify, and then grant the refund as required to be. This judgment is coming from one of the contexts which is one of the burning topic today in GST. We are finding that lot many buyer and recipient are being threatened, are being pressurized, and here also in this judgment they have said coercion. Through coercion, this money was recovered from the recipient. So I am not saying this judgment is also quoting this particular line. And department wanted the buyer to reverse credit on pretext that supplier has not paid the taxes. Correct? So what is the way forward, takeaway? As per me, in my humble submission, If we read section 41 subsection 2 of CGST Act, prospectively applicable from 1st October 2022, this provision is saying that buyer need to reverse credit for non-payment of taxes by the supplier. Prospectively applicable. Then quite obvious that this provision was not existing prior to 1st October 2022. So department should not demand any reversal on the pretext the supplier has not paid the taxes prior to 1st October 2022, because there was no provision. This provision was made effective only from 1st October 2022, meaning thereby reversal can be demanded only prospectively on or after 1st October 2022. तो आप पास्ट पीरियड का रिवर्सल तो मत मांगिए बायर से, रेसिपिएंट से. But department would be asking, then where from we will collect the tax? Go back to defaulting supplier and ask him to pay the tax under section 73, 74, which is also talking about that the non-payment or short payment of tax can be demanded from the defaulting supplier. So for past period, you should not demand the reversal. First point. Second point. GST department through inspection, search, seizure, audit, we have seen they have got recipient to reverse credit for which it was disputed that supplier has not paid the taxes. But recipient को कैसे मालूम पड़ेगा कि supplier ने कितना टैक्स जमा नहीं किया? First point, how much he has not deposited. If he has deposited later, how this recipient will come to know? Maybe because department is initiating action against both supplier and recipient, getting recipient reverse whole credit, and but at the same time they are also collecting the tax from the supplier. Is it not unjust enrichment? Is it not double taxation? Department should not demand reversal from the buyer to the extent of taxes deposited by the supplier. पर आप कोई भी इन्वेस्टिगेशन उठा लीजिए, एज ए बायर, एज ए रिसिपिएंट, हमें कई बार नहीं मालूम होता. वी डू नॉट नो हाउ मच मनी दे हैव कलेक्टेड फ्रॉम द डिफॉल्टिंग सप्लायर. If they have collected some amount which is not known to the recipient buyer, it is responsibility then that to that extent they should not demand reversal from the buyer or recipient. But I have said that reversal provision is not applicable prior to 1st October 2022. Interesting judgment, good judgment, and this is the context. We must read this judgment. Of course, 3-page judgment, not detailing anything, but the context and the factual position is so relevant today that it is talking about, of course, double taxation. Buyer is reversing credit and supplier is also depositing the tax. How come possible? And why not? This correction must be done by GST department. And this is what the context I wanted to draw from this judgment. Hope it will help lot of taxpayer in their GST investigation, audit, search and seizure. Stay tuned. Lot many on GST and a detailed newsletter on this judgment is being given in the description box, which you can download for your ease of reference and reading the same. Stay tuned. Lot many on GST. Thank you very much.